All right, guys. So we are getting quite the deliveries of donations. So I will say this. Say what you want about YouTube, but it's got its benefits. Holy crap, those are huge.
Yeah.
So how many of these we got going up?
We have 12.
We got 12 of these guys going up.
Plus propane.
And the propane tanks for them. You know, maybe the Jeep Wrangler's not the best idea for all this. But
I'm gonna get it in there.
you think you're gonna get all these
Yes.
in there? All right. We will see.
Well, the Jeep is officially packed. Not officially, because see, I still see space right back there that I can squeeze some stuff. Anyway, I have 36 canisters of propane. I stopped and picked up some additional dog biscuits that were donated. And so now the Jeep is pretty full. We are heading to a rescue in Bakersville to drop off some supplies, and then to Badine community. They are slated to be without power for another 3 to 4 weeks. So we have 12 propane heaters, little buddy heaters, Mr. Buddy heaters, as well as propane to go along with those. And then I also have some hand warmers and things of that nature. So let's get them up the mountain. So y'all, I'm at Badine Community Center and Fire Department, and what you see in front of me under the tarps is water, tons and tons of water. Their power grid, they're at the end of the power grid basically, and they're collecting supplies. They pretty much have all the stuff that they need in their donation center. There is a more detailed list of things that they need. Some of the big things that they shared with me that they need are the large propane heaters. The ones that get connected to the wall and they can run a tube to a propane tank out in the back. And then they also need generators. These people are going to be without power for the next 3 to 4 weeks at a minimum, until they can get their power grid back online. So any help that we can get up here to Badine would be just quite remarkable with to help these families with generators and heaters. Those propane heaters that go into the walls would be excellent, but if anything else, they could also do the heaters, the buddy heaters. So the center here, they are actually a hub for 3 other communities that are a little further up that were completely decimated, and they are cooking hot meals, lunch and dinner every day for anybody in the community that wants to come up and get a hot meal. They are full of supplies. They also made a recommendation for some dried firewood for those that have wood stoves. And then if you want to make a contribution to help them cook fresh meals each day, I know on their list they had also said things like milk and eggs, I guess to cook breakfast. So if you want to help make a contribution of fresh food, that could be helpful as well. This area going between Bakersville and Badine communities, I have to admit, this is probably the most downed trees that I have seen in any of the areas that I have gone through since I've been volunteering up here. It's just a massive amount of trees.
We got all these folks going up today.
It should be a fairly uneventful trip. Hopefully, everybody take care of yourselves, but it should be an uneventful trip. We've got a couple of things going on. Right now I have 2 properties picked out. If by chance we do get done early enough, then we have a whole nother list that we can go to. But the team that I had up here yesterday, the first house that we're going to, she said that most likely this is going to take like 5 days at this one elderly man's house. They have like 10 trees down, so we may be there all day. So we'll see how that goes. If not, then we have a teacher that works at the Riverside Elementary School, which is the school that Jeremy and I have been going to and helping out at. That has, I think the family has Down syndrome, somebody in there, and so they're just unable to clear their yard and driveway out. So we'll be cutting trees. So that's the biggest thing today, is going to be cutting trees and stacking them. That's all. We'll be cutting these into 12 to 18-inch blocks, and then we're just kind of stacking it up out of their way, and then they're going to figure it out from there.
So this is our convoy, guys. Kim put together a lot of people this morning. So this is a 1-lane road, so we're just kind of waiting our turn. So guys, if you remember how full this was the first time we were here, there is a lot of the supplies that are gone. So people are really utilizing Riverside Elementary School is a great hub to get what you need. So they've still got tons of stuff, but you can see it's a lot less full than it was last week. So as you can see, we've got a much larger National Guard presence here. You can see them unloading there. And if you guys are looking to do your FEMA claims or paperwork, you can go to the Green Valley Fire Department. They'll be set up there so that they can give you some assistance. People have been so gracious with their donations of aspirins, Benadryl, you name it, it's here. Guys, we've got so much water, we're trying to find a spot outside of the sun. So me and these National Guard boys are going to be moving this giant mountain of water back out here to get it out of the sun. So we stopped water duty because Sheepdog Impact Assistance just showed up and they have so much stuff. They've got propane cooktops, heaters, looks like baby seats, tarps.
Suits,
Perfect.
masks, gloves.
You guys are awesome. All right, so now instead of water duty, we're all on unload duty. Look how beautiful this is. You've got kids, you've got National Guard, and you've got citizens from all over helping out in here. It is busy. We are moving stuff in constantly. So I told you it's hustling and bustling today. This truck just came in. And where'd you say you guys were from?
Atlanta.
Atlanta, and they are just bringing this stuff in. Both trucks are full as much as we want, as much as we can take. The major thing with this relief effort is just the sheer human compassion that you see here. So you can see we've unloaded a ton of this stuff. Those boys that came are even still helping sort water, and I told you we have to take it all the way to the other end of the building over there. So it is just so great to see. If you remember from the first video what it looked like in here versus now, I mean, the organization is fantastic. These volunteers have killed it. Everything has a place. What is great now, these clothes are all new clothes. So everything that's in here is new with tags. So most of the used clothing is going to be going to churches and things like that, but this is all brand new. So these are the grocery boxes that these ladies are packing, and we're going to throw these up. Some of the National Guard guys are going to do deliveries, and then I'll throw some of these in my Jeep and we'll deliver these to families. Look at what a dent these guys have made in this water. If you remember this morning how full it was, it is all going to that end of the building, and they are killing it. And I love it. This group from Atlanta, these boys are absolutely killing it, man. These kids are trying to move it 3 high. Think they might have got 1 too high, but no, they're killing. Look at that. Little plows. There's just so many people from all demographics coming out here to help. So the ones that aren't sorting and donating are providing down home North Carolina barbecue to these folks. So you can come by, get you a hot meal, and think about it. If you've been living without power, this nice hot meal is heaven sent. Come get you a plate. They're serving out here. We had a whole trailer full of mattresses donated. This is going to bring some comfort back to people's lives. So I've already showed you the grocery bags full of food, basically, that we're taking to families. But actually, she just showed me something else. These are kids' bags. So each kid is going to get a bag. And what did you say are some of the items inside of these things?
There's new toys, there's coloring, crayons, paints, Play-Doh. Each of them get like a stuffed animal of some sort or like a ball. A lot of the boys from my class like football, so I made sure each of them got a new football.
Nice.
And our second graders also love football, so.
All right, so that's what we're going to be delivering today, guys. Your time is free. If you can't spend money and donate, remember, you could always come up here and do this stuff. The kids from our local elementary school wanted to make these positive cards for all the kids here. I'm not going to open these up, but you see that first one. Be positive and stay strong. There's no better message than that. So we're going to put these in the kids' bags that I showed you earlier. These are going in the Jeep, and they are going to the kids' houses. All right, so what we're doing now is there's going to be 3 groups of us going out. We've each got our assignments of what houses we're going to hit, and every kid's going to have a kid bag with some treats, and every family's going to have a food box.
Waterfall is that comes down. That's where they live, literally across from the waterfall.
Oh, Savannah.
One of the coolest thing about having the refrigerator in the Jeep is that now we're going to take these kids some ice cold chocolate milk, strawberry milk, and being without power, they're going to love that. So we weren't gonna show a lot of this, but this one here, look at this bridge. It's just completely gone. So this family is completely cut off. So we're just gonna have to cross the creek. So guys, this was how they got in. This was their driveway right here. It's unreal. So, and you can look at this beam. Look at the size of this bridge that existed here.
So we have the opportunity to help set up cots and establish a new facility for folks that have been displaced. And y'all, I know that what they're doing here is really good work, and we're very, very proud to do this work, and I'm so thrilled that they have the ability to do it. But y'all, this is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. There's 250 beds is what they're putting in here. And they're doing an amazing job. The National Guard is here, and they're getting this set up, and it's going to be very well put together so that these families can have a place to go until they figure out what they're gonna do. But this is when it really hits hard.
All right, guys, all the deliveries are done for the Jeep. We got back, and this truck had pulled in and dropped all of these pallets of goodies. So they just keep getting stuff. It never stops. So again, if you're in this area, head over to Riverside Elementary School. You can see there's a little bit of everything in here. Remember, if you're gonna bring clothes here, they have to be new. They cannot be used.
Infantry squad vehicle.
Infantry squad vehicle, guys. ISV. It's on a Chevy Colorado frame, and they said it's a 3-liter Duramax in it and seats 9. This makes the Hummer look like old news. And it's probably more reliable than the Hummer. So cool. These guys have been here all day busting ass, unloading, cutting trees, whatever it is. They've been killing it. And they get to drive these around. It really is so awesome to see how they have mobilized up here just in the past couple days, really putting in a presence and helping out. It's much different than it was when this all first started, and we are so glad to have these guys. They are killing it. Here's something I want to show you when people talk about how can they donate, how can they help. This school is in an agricultural area. So a lot of these people are farming their land. They're definitely lower income in these mountain towns, but these kids are learning how to do agriculture, learning how to grow their own food. As you go through this, You can see tons of things here to help teach these elementary kids to grow their own food. I'm gonna show you a barn that's in the back they ran out of funding for, but they actually want to put livestock in it. So if some of you guys, this isn't technically hurricane related, but if you want to learn how you can help some of these students get into a trade and get into farming and agriculture, maybe we could use your assistance with the barn. This school is doing it right. They are building a barn. It's not finished, but they've got raised beds over here. I showed you some of the farming equipment inside. They are teaching these elementary school kids how to grow and process their own food. It's just amazing. This is how all schools should be. This is a skill that every person should have. So you can see they have a greenhouse in this area here. They're gonna have an orchard. So we may be looking for somebody to finish this barn. Oh wow, look at the pumpkins. Goodness.
Amazing, they're pumpkins.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a work in progress, but what they want to do is they want to bring livestock over and teach the kids how to milk cows, take care of pigs, goats, and things like that. She has to save pumpkins. She can't leave it there to rot. She has to save it. If there is a pumpkin lover, it's this woman. Each of these beds are taken care of by, well, for instance, this bed right here is box 10. It's taken care of by the 3rd graders. The groups have convened and met back up, and we're all heading down the mountain. Everybody is completely exhausted, but I'll tell you what, guys, the feeling that you have after you have a hard day's work up here helping is better than any drink, better than any drug. It's just good. It's just good. I don't know how else to say it. It's a wonderful feeling. If you've never volunteered your time for those that need it, you don't know what you're missing. It's not selfless because you do get so much joy from it. Today was just amazing, from working with the National Guard, and actually these were active duty soldiers, not just National Guard, and then doing the door-to-door deliveries. Some of the places we went today were just heartbreaking to see what they've went through. You know, we don't film that because that's not for us to film. And Kim's crew, apparently they finished all of the tree jobs, and those folks were just so appreciative and thankful. So they got out there and did hard manual labor today. So again, I've said it a million times in this video, you don't have to buy things, you don't have to spend money, but if you're sitting around on a Saturday or a Sunday or even through the week, there are resources to get online and find out who needs what, and help these people. It's so worth it. It's so fulfilling. All right, guys, I think this could be the dawn of a new situation for us. So we had mentioned in the past that we want to do this for the long haul, and we were interested in getting a storage unit to house donations. Hey, Kristen, where are we?
Morganton.
What are we doing?
We are setting up a small donation site where people can come with their truck, car, and take it straight up the mountain, friends and family.
All right, so now we don't have to send it to our front porch, guys. We can send it here, because look at all that space
1,400 square feet.
back
We're still
there.
coming to our front porch, and then we are going to deliver it here because this is not open all the time.
Gotcha. All right.
This will be overflow storage. So for those people that we have kind of put a pause on donations, we're getting ready to unpress pause and play fast forward to get you guys to go ahead and continue to send those donations to us in Lenore, and we'll get them over here.
So real quick, do you want to tell them what kind of things you would like to see start showing up here?
Definitely non-perishable foods of all kinds. Also cleaning products. That's huge right now up there. Cleaning products such as mold and mildew cleaners, bleach, gloves, masks for sure.
Flat shovels,
scrapers, floors, the big floor scrapers, so that they can scrape this mud out. What else?
Heaters, I feel like we are getting like some heaters, but nothing that we could say, if you need a heater, come get it. We have some to spare.
Right.
So those
It's
little buddy
cold
heaters
right
are
now.
great.
Yeah.
The little
Buddy
propane
heaters actually
canisters.
on Amazon, if you buy 10 or more, you can get them for $76. So that's
Yeah,
dirt
it's
cheap
awesome.
for a really good heater. Also, the propane tanks that go along with those are going to be helpful. So yeah, so we plan to hopefully fill this up. As I
So
explained.
do you want to take a second to also talk about what we don't want to see showing up here?
We do not want to see your random garage clean out. Somebody decided to donate supplies for an aquarium, I guess for,
I'll show the other one. No, not that one. The one in the blue.
I mean, guys, seriously?
Heat lamps for the
Heat
dragons
lamps and
and
a
snakes.
nasty heat lamp at that.
Yeah.
These people don't have electricity. What are they supposed to do with it?
Where they're using
So-
the electricity for food and like.
So this is not, like she said, this is not your opportunity to clean out what's been in your bedroom or under your bed.
This is not your closet, your random, I need my shit gone. This is not, let me get rid of the shit in my garage. Y'all, these people have lost everything. The last thing they need is the stuff that's been sitting in your garage, collecting dust and dirt and mold and mildew, for them to then take and have to try to clean up to utilize. Think about some of the real basic main necessities that they need right now, and be kind.
All right, guys. So we've got a spot. Let's let those donations come. I want to see if you can fill my porch up. Challenge accepted.